Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Today we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV. So I've decided not to stream on Friday, Saturday, or Sundays anymore. So I released a video to explain that on my vlog why I came to that decision. So and I need to finish the Hatching Tide event. I think it expires in a couple of days. So alright. And then after I've done that, then I will level up my Sage a bit more so I can carry on the story of 14 of Endwalker. I've still, even after all these months, I've still not finished the Endwalker story. So, yeah, as in 6.0. And then I need to do 6.1 at some point as well. So, as we've just started the stream, I'm just going to go ahead and start recording immediately. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the Hatching Tide event in Final Fantasy XIV for 2022. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in New Gridania. It's actually Old Gridania. Cancelled. Let's redo it. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the Hatching Tide event for Final Fantasy XIV for 2022. And as always, hello from Mithrie. What's up? So we are here in Old Gridania at the amphitheater, and we need to talk to Geely. So the quest is called Hippity Hoppity Happily. Geely is simply dying to talk to an adventurer, preferably you, about eggs. So a happy Hatching Tide to you, friend. Are the exquisite decorations you see about you to your liking? Wait, I know that face. If it isn't Mithrie, what a pleasure to see you. As it happens, I was visited by a curious dream again this year. In it, brave adventurers, not unlike yourself, were going about town, handing out decorative eggs in the company of chickens and odd-looking rabbits. Truth be told, I have struggled to grasp its true meaning. Still, if the past is any guide, the best way to get to the bottom of this is for us to recreate the image of my dream and see what good fortune it may bring. To that end, I have invited Master Paulin, Limsa preeminent chicken farmer, and his flock here to Gridania, and furthermore placed an order for a full fluffle of rabbit-esque mammoth resembling the ones from my dream. That was a mouthful. We have, however, hit a bit of a snag. It would appear that the hens have not yet gotten acclimated to their new environment, and they've been raising quite the ruckus, making it nigh impossible to retrieve the eggs they've laid. Might you be willing to lend a hand? Sounds exciting. Now that's a woman after my own heart. You will be compensated handsomely in spectacular rewards, of course. That one perhaps needs some work. In any case, Master Paulin's chickens are being co-opted at the Great Loam Brewery. Might I ask you to travel there and give them a look? My friend Nanota works there as well, so I would be most grateful if you could also ensure that she is not overly harried. Okay. So let's catch up with Nanota. Okay, I'll stop recording. Give me a second. What? Okay, so Nanota. Yes, near the what's it called? Near the Botanist Guild. I remember. Easter egg hunt quest? Yeah, pretty much. Because I haven't done it yet, so just want to get it done because it expires in a couple of days. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna keep recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up to Nanota, so let's talk to her. So, oh, I remember you. Pray forgive me. I'm feeling terribly exhausted at the moment. Dearly sent you to help. Well, that is most appreciated. In that case, allow me to explain. While it's true that we've been having trouble rounding up all the eggs, we also face a more pressing concern. The growlery has been invaded by bizarre fluffy creatures. What's more, they're not content just to run around and make mischief. Why, they're tormenting the chickens and trying to steal the eggs for themselves. Needless to say, that has only driven the chickens into even more of a tizzy. It's been a veritable battlefield. Master Poland is doing all he can to keep the creatures contained, but even he seems just about at a wit's end. You what? Master Paulin, has our last line of defense been breached? Oh, the poor man. Look, it's a chicken. Moo. Squeak, squeak. So, egads. That's one of them. Our fearsome invaders from the gods nowhere. Good heavens, they both look as if they're out for blood. Whatever are we to do? Did that chicken really go moo? Let me try and calm them down. Don't look at me. I think we can solve this by force. Such bravery. Not that I expected any less from you. In that case, good luck out there, and remember, close observation of both parties is a key to a successful mediation. So, drawing upon your extensive experience in comforting a myriad savage beasts, you gaze upon the two bloodthirsty creatures intently, taking in their every move and facial expression. The chicken and the bunny stands at odds, neither willing to give an ilm in their grudge match, or so you assess the situation. How fascinating. The chicken is understandably on its guard, fearing that the rabbit is targeting its eggs. But could it be that the bunny too harbours some resentment of its own? Now that I think about it, this creature bears a most uncanny resemblance to the rabbits Geely described from her dream. I did some research of my own before you arrived. According to the tomes, it is so rare that a creature that many consider it simply a myth. Have you, by any chance, encountered anything similar during your travels? Now that you mention it, never seen anything like it. I see. Hardly a surprise that, after all, very few have ever actually seen one in the flesh. Oh, incidentally, these most unique creatures are known in some parts as happy bunnies. There is something about their long ears, fluffy tails, and hippity-hoppity manner that brings a smile to one's face, yes? Why, legend has it that simply encountering one is a sure sign that good fortune is headed your way. While they are not precisely the same creature, perhaps our most unique guests will also have a similarly auspicious effect on us. You there, Mr. Bunny. If you are truly as happy at heart as your compatriots of legend, might you not make peace with these fine chickens and cooperate with us to make this year's festivities an extravaganza of merriment and good cheer? Squeak, squeak. Moo. Oh. But this won't do. Why, our harbinger of happiness is fleeing from our very grasp, and our last chicken is running off with it. Something must be done. If Geely's dreams are to be trusted, I've never known them to be anything but. Those bunnies and their unique powers are the key to making this year's Hatching Tide festivities a rousing success. I beg of you, friend, follow these creatures. They may lead you to their fellow escapees. I'll do the same just as soon as I see to Master Paolin's wounds. I wasn't able to make out where they were headed, but no doubt there was an eyewitness or two nearby. Pray gather what information you can and round up the little critters as best you are able. We can rendezvous back in town with Geely. Interesting. Okay, so we have to search for witnesses. So let's go find them. Okay, stop recording. Let's see, sorry. Part 2. I like to edit the videos and get them done there and then, so I don't have to think about them in the future. I think that's important. But the last thing I want is like the beginning of Stormblood, where I end up with a backlog of like 200 videos. Not worth it. So I've got other things to do. Let's see, bewildered botanist. But you know what they say, I do better late than never with getting these quests done. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with the first witness, the bewildered botanist. So, well, that was a sight if I've ever seen one. Bizarre-looking bunnies and chickens racing by me as if possessed. They were headed over that way, toward New Gridania. I can only hope that they don't cause too much of a stir in town. Okay, so now I need to go find the witnesses in New Gridania. Okay, stop recording. And I said, thankfully my editor can, as in my program, can piece these together really, really quickly. I can't afford a human editor. Not yet, anyway. I mean, give it time. The human editor I have is me. So, yeah, I've been really tired lately because I've been fasting. Just randomly punch my keyboard for no reason at all. So, okay, let's go. Alright, let's talk to the next witness. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I got to the next witness. So, chickens and rabbits, they were headed for the Aetheryte Plaza. Go gather them if you like. The adders don't pay nearly enough attention for me to get mixed up in all this. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, stop recording. Part 4. But yeah, there used to be a time in my life where I only played this game and nothing else. Oh, how times have changed. Alright, let's do the next one. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got to the next witness. So, chicken and rabbits. Oh, I saw a whole army of them running off to the Carline Canopy. Interesting. Alright. Okay. Part 5. And I finally fixed the issue with my camera. the weird sort of focus, unfocus thing it was doing. Oh, it's about time. So that's why my camera is now a lot sharper. But it's a setting I need to fix every time I switch the PC on. It doesn't stay saved. It's not a one-time fix. That's why it kept happening, because it doesn't save. Which is really, really annoying. Alright, let's go. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we got to the last one. So how did they get around so fast on those tiny legs? I'm not cut out for this. What's that? They're where now? Good gods, understood. I'll enlist the services of an able adventurer right away. Matron's teats. Don't sneak up on me like that. Wait a moment. Are you perchance an adventurer? Nanota sent you in search of the bunnies, you say? How fortuitous. That Ligpo call just now was from her, and she tasked me with doing the very same. Just between you and me, however, I have yet to catch a single one, and as I was running after them, their friends started showing up one after the next, and before I knew it, a veritable legion of them had hippity-hopped their way into the Twellswood. I fear that there's far too many of them for the two of us to handle alone. I'll go and call for reinforcements. Could I trouble you to go on ahead to the mirror planks? According to the nota, that's where they were sighted. In the meantime, I'll do my best to rally the others to our cause. Now go quickly, friend. The fate of this year's hatching tide hangs in the balance. So the fate happiness is a warm bunny, can only be completed as a disciple of war or magic. Fair enough. Okay, so let's go do that fate now. Okay, stop recording. Art 6. Thank you to the follow, by the way. No one followed when I was recording. I don't know if you watched my gaming news today, but the main headline was Square Enix are selling an $11,500 statue. Which just, it makes me physically sick. You know, we're recovering from a pandemic. Part of the world is at war. People have got no money to even eat, and then they're charging $11,000 for a statue. Ugh. I unpartnered with Square Enix more than a month ago, and I'm glad I did. The decisions they're making, the things implementing these days, are a disgrace compared to what it was the former Square Enix. So hopefully they'll change for the better. Hopefully. Alright, so now I need to just wait for this bait to pop. I don't know how long it's going to take to pop, but hopefully not too long. I'll record when it's available. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's the fate. It just popped up. So let's go. So let's start this Hatching Tide event. So we have to catch those bunny lists. This year's Hatching Tide ended in utter disaster. Alas, a veritable horde of angry chickens is chasing them down as we speak. Will you lend us your aid? Sure. Okay, let's... Okay, so I need to catch... Dang it. None of it. I love it. I obviously need to catch them when they're stunned, ideally. Or moving really slowly. I would say make sure you've got the closest target thing keybind. It will help, definitely. But interesting fate. At least they try and make the events unique every time they come out. Not the same thing every single year, like in World of Warcraft, for example. I missed. Zoom out a little bit. We done? We're done. Cool. Alright, so now let's go back to Geely. Alright. Part 7. So the idea is just finish off this event and then start leveling again. So I can go to... what's it called? So I can get ready for the 6.0 story again. I still have, like, I think 2 zones left to finish 6.0. Then I need to do 6.1. It will take a while. Because I've already leveled up Paladin to 90 and Reaper to 90 while doing the main quest, and now I'm working on Sage. Like, so by the time the 6.0 story is finished, I'm going to have 3, like, classes to 90, sorry. But the reason I don't take this game seriously anymore is because it's old. It's really old. It's a tired thing. It's sort of like, it had a really great moment 8 years ago, 9 years ago, but that was nearly a decade ago, you know what I mean? I'm waiting for the other Square Enix franchises to come out, like 7 Remake Part 2 and so on. Alright. Or even Forspoken at this point. Alright, let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're back with Geely. Let's talk to her. So, oh Mithrie, say no more. I've heard everything. My sincere apologies for all the trouble we had to put you through, but let it suffice to say that your efforts have all but saved this year's hatching tide from disaster. Some stragglers are still running about, but we've captured the better part of both flocks. Nanota, Master Paulin, and my colleagues should be able to round up the rest in due time. But there's even more good news. It seems the exercise went a long way to soothe our savage chickens, and we've retrieved eggs in abundance to decorate. Ah, Nanota, Master Paulin, allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. I was just sharing the happy tidings with Mithrie here. Wait, is this perchance one of the happy bunnies that were the source of this whole hullabaloo? Why, they are truly the spitting image of the little critters that came to me in my vision. Seeing how calm and well behaved it is now, I can scarcely believe it gave you such trouble. You and other chickens are resting easy now, I gather. No worries, Geely, my dear. My birds have spent all of their nervous energy and are as relaxed now as I've ever seen them. Why, after their little spat, it even seems that they've come up to a mutual understanding with their fluffy new friends. I'm happy to say that the rabbits too are now obeying our attendance with scarcely a peep of argument, and wouldn't you know it, just before one of them handed us this crystal. Could it be? Why, they are truly the harbingers of happiness and good fortune. I have a good feeling about this, Mithrie. Do come back later so I can fill you in on the details, yes? And needless to say, I'll also have a special something for you as a token of thanks for your services. As for now, I must prepare for the festivities. In the meantime, could I trouble you to lead these little fellows through the streets and join them in handing out eggs to the townspeople? If my dreams are any guide, I'm sure it will bring no end of smiles to one and all. Luck, luck, luck. Moo. Even the rabbit is mooing now. Well, aren't we all so eager? That's what I like to see. And with that, I'd best be putting the final decorative touches on these eggs. Whenever you're ready, just say the word. Okay, so let's speak to the Nota. So ready to start handing out some eggs? Lovely. In that case, here you go. Pray take our little friends along and spread happiness the whole city over. Do we have to? Bah humbug. Well, you hand out eggs. Botanist Guild, I guess. That's where it started. So why, I dare say the wood used to fashion these decorations was amongst the finest I've ever laid eyes on. As always, your eye for quality timber is simply unparalleled. You're far too kind, Master Beer. I mean, my forest-loving, floppy-eared friend. Likewise, I have no doubt that the wood rejoiced to find itself in the hands of one who understands it as well as you. Or should I say, pause. Ha. Oh, if it isn't Mithrie, how good to see you as well. An egg for me, and what a charming little fellow carrying it. Accept your gift with gratitude. How very clever you are, though I did not hear a rumour of some concern. Yes, a little bird told me that creatures bearing no small resemblance to you were running wild through the streets of Gridania, trampling our precious greenery, and nibbling at the bark of the precious trees. A most disconcerting story, if there is any truth to it. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Moo. If my intuition is not mistaken, it appears that the little creature is apologizing to us in its own way. Yeah, maybe the moo gave it away. Well, as long as you've learned your lesson, I do believe that we can forgive and forget. Thank you for the thoughtful gift and the happiness of hatching tides to you. Okay. Alright. So let's turn in the quest and then hopefully finish it off. Let's talk to Geely. So welcome back, Mithrie. How did you and your little friends fare? Splendid to hear. At first I feared that my dreams might bring only chaos and confusion to the realm this year, but thanks to you, I do believe we can declare this year's egg hunt a rousing success. Oh, and how could I forget, in recognition of your tireless efforts on your behalf, my fellow dreamers and I have prepared a very special Hatching Tide present just for you. Is it clothes for that dude? Or is it going to be a chicken outfit? Did I mention how I procured mammals from the Goldsmith Guild for the festivities? This is one of them. Sadly, it was completely lifeless from the moment of arrival. It seems its core had come loose and fallen out on the way here. But would you believe it? I slipped in that crystal the little bunny gave me, and in an instant its tail puffed up and it whirled back to life. I'm quite confident it will bring the caretaker nothing but good fortune and smiles galore. And I would very much like that person to be you, Mithrie. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Now that all the hard work is done, I do hope you'll have the chance to relax and enjoy the festivities for yourself. They've only just begun after all, and should you find yourself in the mood to help us hand out some more eggs, simply say the word. Nope. I mean, sure, yeah, that sounds great. Cool. So let's get this hatching bunny minion. So, should you wish to replay the gift-giving task from the quest Hippity Hoppity Happily, speak with Nanota again. If fortune smiled upon you, you may even find yourself encountering individuals who were not present in your initial venture. Cool. Alright, so we got the achievement Happy Hunting. Let's learn this minion. Cool. So we got the Hatching Bunny minion. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. I have a thing these days of, like, ending YouTube videos quicker to increase overall watch time. Or, sorry, watch percentage. Because if you linger at the ending, people will just click off early. Anyway, let's get this video pieced together. Now, I need to finish off the fate farming in Elpis, and then I'll see what level I am, and then I'll go from there to see if I'm closer to the story. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 85 healer role quest in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. What's up? So, we are here in Radzethan at 7-9, and we need to talk to the Alamegan delegate. And the quest is called Far From Free. The Alamegan delegate at Radzethan has grim news to convey. If you're ready to lend us your aid, I will apprise you of the situation. We received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Alamigo. Groups have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. With most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought to petition you for aid. I would be glad to help. Not like any better soldiers, not more healers, but if I must. Once again, we're in your debt. We shall inform Commander Alden forthwith. My comrades in the Immortal Flames will be glad to have you watching over them. You see, as they've been no sightings of any blasphemies on our lands, we have joined our Alamegan allies in the hunt for the Fiend. Trouble is, the majority of our healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured at Palgulthan. For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Your presence alone will be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to the Alamican Quarter and report for duty. Commander Alton is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Ralgar grant you strength. Alright, well, let's catch up with Commander Ralgar. Let's go. Alright, go. Blasphemy Hunter. Alright, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we made it to the Alamican Quarter, so let's talk to this Blasphemy Hunter. So, Mistress Menethil, we were told that you were on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I'll tell Commander Aldin you've arrived. One moment, please. Glad you could join us. I think I said Ralgar before, whoops. I meant Roban. So, I appreciate that we've a far greater crisis to worry about, but we cannot afford to ignore the situation here either. I'd like nothing more than to hear about your recent adventures, but I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait. As a man in Favnem will have told you, a blasphemy is loose in Alamigo. When it first appeared, the city guard were able to get most of the bystanders to safety, and for a mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. But for the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find it, and soon, for as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. As was the case in Favner, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it is allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people will suffer. Are you certain it's a blasphemy? Aye, there were several eyewitnesses who gave the same account. A man walking through the Alamigan Quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. But beyond the fact that he was a young Highlander, we know next to nothing about him. Even the descriptions of his appearance are too vague to help identify the lad, and we've no clues as to his name or background. For all we know, he might not have even been born in Alamigo, might have been the son of refugees come to visit. There are other possibilities we're investigating, though. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair, and whatever drove him to turn likely could have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent future tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we'll have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, by granting them a quick death. For now, I would have you join the hunt and keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it? Yeah, my thanks. And as chance would have it, we've just received word that a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Algaganta. The troops stationed there have already put them down, but were wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention, and that's where you come in. I'll meet you there. Okay, so let's go to Alagana, and then let's catch up with them. Alright. So, part 2. Okay, there he is. Okay. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Roban. Let's talk to him. Although the soldiers were able to lead the beasts away from the village and cull a lot of them, victory did not come easily. It's times like these that our lack of healers is most sorely felt. I dare say that they've yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any stragglers that may have escaped. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village and gather eyewitness reports. Look for me thereafter. The boss of me. Okay, let's treat them, I guess. Or do I just talk to them to treat them? So, gods be good. I feel reborn. Hold on, you're Mithrie, aren't you? I can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to join the Resistance in the first place. And now you've come to save me in my hour of need. I'll never forget this, thank you, thank you. I know, I'm great. I saw them change right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters I killed, but innocent men. But it had to be done. There were others we had to protect, and thanks to you, I can continue to do just that. Once I've made my way back, I'll give a full account. The families, they'll understand. Okay, let's catch up with Roban. Okay, stop recording. So, art free. Okay, let's go. I'm probably going to teleport it, but whatever. There he is. Alright. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Roban again. So, for treating the wounds of the soldiers, you have my thanks, and theirs too, no doubt. It seems that they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts. It might search for any indication, but we must remain vigilant. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I hear you've been through a fair few ordeals yourself, Mithrie. As for me, I've been kept busy with this and that, while getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously, it has its limitations, but it's getting me where I need to go. I've been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. But no sooner had I arrived than those locals turned. Ragnarfrid, I hear you were there when it happened. What can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change are the very people we were trying to help. Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting Lees held in the royal palace marked a turning point for all of Girabania. It spurred us to open a dialogue with the peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned, but there still are so many problems to be addressed. and countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. Our main concern is the welfare of Alamegans who sided with the Empire for whatever reason, and helping them find their place in society, in particular the surviving families of the Carnia Lupi. But I thought you despised the skulls. You've changed your tune. Make no mistake that I've not forgotten them. I don't have that in me, and I doubt I ever will. But the memory of that day in the palace, of Fordola asking to be locked up again after saving us all, it stayed with me. It got me thinking about why she and other youths would commit such atrocities, why they'd swear to serve the Empire, and the answer was simple, because they've seen what we'd seen and suffered much and the same. In a hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Guardians win. Not by breaking you, but by making you break yourself. By making that choice the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Healing only begins with liberation. And some scars never will regardless. I read that wrong. Those who've returned from foreign lands may have difficulty carving out a living here, but the ones who pledge allegiance to Garlemald, this is not the Alamigo we dreamed of, but after 20 years of misery, I'll not see it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That's why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. It's a cause I support, and it's what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. And in the short time he's been with us, he's proven himself natural. But despite our early successes, the families of the Skulls continue to refuse our help. I think I see where this is leading. They're the ones who turned, yes? It comes as no surprise that Kin tormented and murdered fellow Alamegans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt, and for some it might be too much to bear. I think I might know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter though, so let's go somewhere we won't be overheard. It's about one of the men who turned. I saw his memories. With the echo, I'll not pretend I understand it, but tell us what you learned. I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. It was during the occupation, a man raising his son, only the two of them, but they were a family. To keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway. And so he was branded a traitor. Every day his son listened to the jeering, the insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in the hope that he would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. He died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept, not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself, right up to until the change took him. I can only pray that he and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see how anyone else could. The sins of their kin weigh heavy on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. If they carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We've got to help before it's too late. Growing up half Guardian and Alamigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated, to hate myself. But so long as we give ourselves the others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I might not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alphanode, I know I can make a difference. I might not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart, and I owe it to Aber and Ailey to make the most of this life as long as I've got it. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Girabania again. So, Commander Aldin, do we have your approval to continue our work? Of course, there's no enemy more formidable than despair, and I'd be a fool to refuse your help. That even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I pledge the Silver Griffins my unconditional support. Together, we will prevail. Now that we have Mithrie on hand to aid the troops, I believe we are ready to face any beasts we encounter. Though I fear it is only a matter of time before others appear. I ask that you lend the Silver Griffins your assistance in the meantime. Very good. For now, let's return to the sea. This quest is surprisingly long. Okay, let's catch up with Roban back at the Alamican Quarter. Are all the role quests this long? I can't remember because it's been so long since I've done one. Or just is it because it's the first one of the expansion? Okay, whatever. Let's see. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Roban. So those who harbour guilt do so because they are weak of heart, but because they failed to meet the demands they make of themselves. Not because they're weak of heart. It was the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. Despair and self-loathing were indescribable. I was fortunate that you and the other Scions came to my rescue, that I had my friends who convinced me that I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now we must do the same for the people of Alamigo. We must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not forgive, then come to terms with who we were, so that we can look to who we can be, who we should aspire to be. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means that we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer, and we will be better for it ultimately. Once we've decided a course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Ralga watch over and keep you. Fair enough. Nice. So now hit level 88. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. Let's see, I think the healer ones were the longest. Oh, wow. At least I hit 88, so I can carry on the story, right? So recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the 6.0 story in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, I spent the time to level up my Sage to level 88. And I've been playing other games and so on. That's why I've taken such a break from doing the story. But now, here we are in Elpis at 3122. We need to talk to Venat. The quest is called Thou Must Live, Die, and Know. Venat is watching you in quiet contemplation. Mithrie, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emmett Selk or Hypholodius that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Propliodo. Fair enough. Okay, let's go. Let's catch up with Venat. Okay. Yep, 6 years ago. I mean, you're still here. You get me, Joshua. You get me. I suffer from severe anxiety. I've always suffered from it. At least I now know what it is. That is a combination of OCD, severe agoraphobia, and also the fact that I'm just a prick. I'm just a jerk. So it's a lethal combination, that's for sure. Give me a sec. I'm getting like the spreadsheet and everything ready on the other screen so that I won't compare myself to other people. It's just part of who I am. I accept who I am. I hope other people can as well. Obviously, most people can't. That's why the view count is lower. Okay, let's catch up with... No. So, are we... Like, in terms of the story, am I now done in Elpis? I'm completely finished? Because I did the dungeon. I'm assuming now we're going to go back maybe to Charlian and then go on to Labyrinthos. Would be my guess. And then after Labyrinthos to that Ultima Full whatever zone. Yep, okay. And at least I finished a fake grind here as well, finally. You know, after all this time, I have never seen a picture, a screenshot, a movie, nothing. I don't even know what Ultima Full looks like. So I've done well to avoid it. But yeah, so if anyone ever asks you guys off stream why I am the way I am, just say that I have severe anxiety. I put that in the stream, in the title, and it's not something I'm looking to fix, because it would be like me saying, you're not going to be Mithrie anymore. You need to not be Mithrie. Yes, I know. This is part of the package. Take it or leave it. So, alright chat, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Venat. So, your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Venat, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Cool. No problem.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Yes, this is where we part ways. Perhaps I should stay and help. I mean, I was only here for 4 months.
May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Mithrie free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Mithrie at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friend's memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise.
Is that a threat?
Fare you well, my light of the future. Till we meet again.
He's like, we'll murder them all. I feel something sinister behind what she's saying.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer! Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk. All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
What is this? Resident Evil 7? She leaking tar? Or mold?
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Wow, interesting. So let's report to Cryle, who is right over there. Okay, let's go to Cryle. So I understand what she's talking about in terms of doom and gloom and so on, but what maybe the thing I've missed from this equation is, what is she trying to achieve? What is her endgame? Because, like, sorry to say, even Thanos had a better or more clearer intention. He was very clear. Wipe out half of existence so that don't run out of resources. But what is her intention? Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. I am very confused. Oh, I went into the wrong building. Whoops. Stay tuned for her trial. Yeah. Is it soon or is it much later? It will be revealed later. Oh, okay. Yeah, right now I'm left like, eh? Okay, let's go into here. Alright. So far I've done about 20 minutes. I like to keep these episodes under an hour. And hey Khan, I haven't seen you in ages, how are you doing? Alright, let's record in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we caught up with Kryl, so let's talk to her. So, Mithrie, impeccable timing as always. I heard that you were in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. Okay, let's complete that quest. So we got the achievement Carrying Our Song. The next quest is called As the Heavens Burn. So, though you and Kryl both have news to share, hers is perhaps the more urgent. So, have you learned more of the final days? Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be of great boon to us. Unfortunately, during your time on the first, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Elise and Alpha Node have been travelling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Ammonius is one of the worst affected. Tancred, Estinian, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating. Still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Yashola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Forshalonolt to the people of Radahan. I probably mispronounced that. Following their discussion, Vritza declared his support for the plan and urged those who wished to evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. So far so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently the forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hannish refugees to the tower, Alpha Node, Elise, Estinian, and Graha travelled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Forshanold. Then panic broke out and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Mithrie. Please, you must help them. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution. Alright, let's go now to Camp Broken Glass. Okay, stop recording for now. Let's see, part 3. So yeah, sorry, very busy. I saw that you're playing 14, so I jumped in. Fair enough. Yeah, I probably will play more, at least until the story is done. I've been really busy as well. I don't know if you've been checking out, but I've been uploading daily gaming news videos for on Instagram for more than a year. And I'm approaching a year on YouTube as well. In July, it will be a year on YouTube. So, been having fun with that. Oh, we have a fight. Well, shall I do this as a sage, or would that be a mistake? I'm old, Instagram is not my stuff, but I follow YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I actually publish the gaming news on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, even on TikTok. They're doing actually really surprisingly well on TikTok. I'm getting nearly 1,000 views a day there. I'm getting new followers and even comments. Like, if anything, my gaming news is the most successful on TikTok than on any platform. So, yeah, which is ironic, because a couple of weeks ago I didn't even know what TikTok was. Your healer should be fine? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to write down the quest name. Let's see. As the heavens burn. Now, my eventual goal is to actually add all of my story videos since 2.0 literally to Mithrie.com, to my website. I've been working a lot on my website as well. I don't know if you see Mithrie.com lately, but I publish my gaming news there every day as well. And I'm trying to focus on my mental health and physical health. I still have work to do. It's not really about fixing everything. It's more about realizing who I am and working with it. So, like, I mean, not being able to walk is a problem. So yeah, I'm exercising. I'm doing something about that. But me being overly angry and abusive and swearing all the time and so on, that's just trying to identify my issues. Why do I act the way I act? Is there something else fundamentally that's going on? So, and thankfully as well, since I guess last saw you, because I said I haven't seen you in ages, I'm now completely debt-free as well. So thank God I don't have any debt. Don't forget to use Urica's shield on self for Toxicon. I don't even know how. Hang on. I can't even remember what my abilities are. Oh, this one. So you basically use this and a heal to make a shield on myself, is what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I am trying to do whatever makes me happy and whatever makes me relaxed, because I really, life is so short. Yeah, I saw the news about doing debt free. Yeah, that was a massive victory for me. So, and that's something I'm still. That's part of the reason I'm able to relax every day, is because my bills are completely within my grasp now. Are you enjoying Sage? After years of Scholar, it's now my new main. It's interesting. It's okay. Just I played Paladin is still my main, and I really enjoyed Reaper. I thought Reaper was really cool and really fun. Out of the healers, we will see how Sage goes against the other healers. I'm enjoying Sage more than Astrologian, at least. I don't know if that's even a small statement. And dot on the mobs. Okay. Alright, so shall we carry on the story? But I will stream 14 more until I finish the story of 6.0, 6.1, at least. I don't think I'm going to stick around much after that, because I got lots of other games I'm playing. But, yeah. astrologian is good, but it just doesn't click with me either. Yeah, I just don't like the random factor. It's the same reason I don't like Red Mage. Is literally for that reason. It's because there's no guaranteed rotation. You have to constantly check your bars to know what you can do and not do. I find that annoying. So it feels like you're surviving the class rather than playing it. All right. Anyway, let's carry on the story. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, okay, I think I messed that up. Let me delete that. Delete. All right. We can go a bit closer to Lucia. All right. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've caught up with Lucia, and we have a fight. So let's talk to her. So Mithrie, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacies that the Forum's airship had landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure that the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart? So, upon departing for the Magna Glacies, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you'll be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Interesting. So, as do you cause commence battle for as the heavens burn? Sure. But earlier on the Magna Glacies.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense. How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Okay. Are we controlling Alpha Node for this? Yes, we are.
Our commander beats attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Uh-oh.
Leave it to me.
Oh, jeez. I need to quickly read what the abilities even do.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Maybe I have to just click him.
You're safe now.
Okay, I have to just click him. There's not an ability you cast.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
Okay, there you go.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself, boy.
Okay, I don't think I'm doing this correct. Okay. What? Ah, crap. My bad. Okay, so far so good.
Hard, but not hard enough.
Sorry. Yeah, actually target Astidium. That might help. See if we can heal both of us. There we go.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Uh-oh.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape! Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Nice.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
So we're going to control Graha, we're going to control Elise.
You know who would never abandon these people to their fate? To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Okay. Too many already? Graha with me. Okay. So I think this is, you know, it's one of those where it's combined the abilities into one button just to make it simple if you just don't know the class.
I'm fine.
I'm fine!
way.
Okay, let me keep going.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, hopefully goes smoothly.
None to worry about.
Uh-oh.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
I got it.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
Okay, let me break.
On guard.
Okay, cool. So that's that part of the fight done.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Uh-oh.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future! I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Yeah, walk slower. What's up? I'm back. You've done well in my absence. This is precisely why you should never skip your squat regiment. Also, fourth option, subscribe.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble! Come on!
Well, I'm dizzy forever.
Oh, a trio for the ages.
Alright.
Just the beginning.
Oh.
I had a feeling I'd find you here. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Now it just changed shape like last second.
On your feet.
Okay, so far so good.
I'm in your debt.
Now,
Oh, that's...
where were we?
GG.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Uh-oh.
Xenos! Here! You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship. Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Interesting. Alright, let's talk to Elise. So, to see Zeno standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant, gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't entice him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough of all that. It's good to see you again. Cool, let's complete the quest. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys. I was like, oh yeah, Mithrie waves. Okay, let's see. Part 4. I guess I'll just carry on the story tomorrow. That was a very long episode, though. So, yeah, that was 1 hour and 4 minutes. I need to edit that video, see if I can get under an hour. I used to play this game, yeah. I do like the title. So, yeah. Alright, chat. I need to do a lot of editing tonight, so I need to edit the episode. I need to edit the VOD to try and cut out a lot of the swearing. And then I'll just carry on the story tomorrow. But yeah, so finally for now, back in 14. And like I said, with my routine at the moment is I'm not going to stream on Friday, Saturday or Sundays. If I do stream on those days, then it just means I'm bored. I don't got energy to do so. But there isn't a stream officially scheduled for those days. Saturday, I'll make a finance video. Sunday, I'll make a vlog. Every day, I'll make a gaming news video because I love making them. So, yeah. So, but hopefully tomorrow, I will carry on the story of this. I'm going to assume that the upcoming quests are nowhere near as long as these two, because I just did 2 quests today, and it took like an hour and a half. So, yeah. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So, have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.